Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Alonzo Washington. I'm project manager here at the Redevelopment Authority. And today, as the county executive likes to say, is a great day in Prince George's County. I want to first recognize a couple of elected officials who are here. Of course, we have the county executive Baker, who is here today. Can we give him a round of applause, please? We have State Delegate Melanie Griffith, who is here as well. We have Councilmember Karen Tolles, who is here. And so, as many of you know already, this building was formerly a church. It was the Ararat Church. It's been vacant for about 10 years. And before then, this building was an actual bank. We actually still have the bank vaults downstairs that we have to pull out. So it's going to be a lot of work tearing this thing down today. It's about a 1 acre property. The building right now is 10,000 square feet. And we purchased this property because it was right here in a transit-oriented development zone. And we felt that it was necessary for the future development of Suitland. Because here at the RDA, we believe Suitland in Prince George's County is the next big thing. And we're going to see that happen. So the reason how we were able to acquire these funds to actually purchase the building was through the county executive's Transforming Neighborhood Initiative removal and blight removal funds. We spent about $600,000 to purchase the property. And we're going to use about $125,000 to tear down the building and do some removal of asbestos and get the building completely torn down. Our executive director, Howard Ways, will speak to you later about the vision for this property and what our plans are moving forward. But before then, I also wanted to recognize the RDA staff who is here today. Can we give them a round of applause because they work extremely hard for this area? And so with that said, I bring up no other than our favorite county executive, Rashawn Baker.
You know, Alonzo's doing a great job. He only missed one elected official, and that was himself, Alonzo Washington, who also represents the 22nd District. Can we give him a round of applause? He's running for re-election, so we have to make sure we recognize him out here and doing a great job. It's a great day in Prince George's County. I know I start off that way all the time, but it really is. I mean, we get a chance to do what we're going to do here today, and that is continue the transformation of an area that I believe, as Alonzo said, is the next big thing, and that is our Suitland area. I want to, and I'll be brief, I want to, just thank some folks who have been working very hard in addition to the Redevelopment Authority and DPI and other members of the administration. I certainly want to thank and publicly thank Aubrey Thager, who is the team leader for the Suitland T&I area. And so if we can give Aubrey a round of applause for the work that he's doing. He's away from us right now working on another issue we're having in Prince George's County, but he's our deputy CAO, acting CAO for economic development and public infrastructures. Clearly, people know that, my commitment to the Suitland community. You've heard me talk about the fact that all three of my children went to Suitland High School, so I spent a lot of time in this community. But that's just not enough to make me want to believe that this can change. There are very few places around Prince George's County where the infrastructure really is already there. You have the Suitland Metro that's right here. You have federal enclaves that are right in the Suitland community. You have beautiful homes that are here, and you're a stone's throw away from the District of Columbia. The only thing we're missing, and we're starting to see crime drop in this area significantly, what we're missing is the redevelopment and a concerted long-term effort. That's what you're going to see from this administration, and that's what Howard is going to talk about when he comes up later. We're going to see this is the next big thing. I always tell people if they want an inside tip, buy in Suitland because it really is going to blow up, and it's going to be great for all of us. Let me thank a great partner of mine who I couldn't move this forward if she did not help. And that's a council member who reminds me every single time she sees me that She wants to see things happen in Suitland, and when she reminds me, I remind Thomas Himmler that I need a new performing arts theater right over there for Suitland High School. Wouldn't that be great to anchor the community? But Councilwoman Karen Toes is doing a great job. In fact, I'm going to let her come up here and speak to you in a second, let her address you. But I do want to recognize somebody who's been fighting in this community for a long time and who continues to want the best for that, and that's our delegate, Melanie Griffith. Can we give her another round of applause? But without further delay, I'm going to bring up the councilwoman from this district who will talk about her vision for Suitland, and then we'll get to tearing this building down. Before I go, let me just say this really quick thing. Today is another example of what we're trying to do throughout Prince George's County with taking areas, especially in our T&I area, and really tearing down things. This has been up for 10 years as someone that's vacant for 10 years. We're not going to have these properties vacant long in Prince George's County. We're going to tear them down, revitalize the community. A lot of that would not have happened, and this is the first day that he is no longer CAO, and that's Brad Seaman. So I think it's fitting that on his first official day away from us, that we're doing something I tasked with him on the very first day he came into the administration, and that is not making excuses, but making progress happen, and that's what we're going to do today by tearing this down. Now, without further ado, our very own Councilwoman Karen Toes.
Can you all give another huge round of applause for our wonderful County Executive, Ashearn L. Baker III. He really, really understands. Let me just say that we both came into the county together, him as county executive, me as the council member, and I think never before in the history of Suitland had you had two individuals more invested. You have the right individuals. You have the county executive that controls the dollars, and you have the county council member who works on policy and legislation and budget that can make a real impact in the community. And let me tell you, I have 4 or 5 other colleagues, really the entire county council, who understands where we need to take this community. But it truly would not be possible if I was not blessed with the county executive that we have running this county, because as he mentioned, his children went to school across the street, and so he understands the investment that needs to happen in this community. I grew up in this community, so I understand the investment in this community. His former CAO, Michael Erico, I think, helped as well. Our Congressman, Steny Hoyer, who all grew up in this area. So we all understand the commitment it takes to change this community. So can you all give our county executive another round of applause for his commitment? Thank you. I do want to say thank you to the man that really controls the money for the county, and who, he's right, when I don't see Mr. Baker because he's on the 5th floor handling business, Mr. Himmler is down talking with the county council, and I'll say to him, don't forget District 7. So I want to thank you, Tom Himmler, for your commitment and dedication as well. And Aubrey Thagard, he did text me and he said, I'm sorry I couldn't be there. He is our T&I representative for this community. I want to thank him as well. I do want to recognize Mayor Keto James. I was over there with you last week for the signing ceremony for Capitol Heights. We are making waves all throughout District 7, and I thank you for your partnership as well. And so let me just say, over the next 4 years, I'm happy to say I think District 7 is going to be moving up, because we're going to have Suitland done, we're going to have Capitol Heights done, so we're going to be doing great things. I too want to recognize and thank Delegate Melanie Griffith for the work that she is doing in Annapolis. She may not be able to tell you, but I'm going to tell you she was able to get, $500,000 back to the Suitland community to help with the Art Center and other revitalization efforts. So can you all give our delegate a round of applause? She was working hard, texting me like, okay, I'm getting this for Suitland. I got this. Okay, we need this bond bill. So thank you so much. And she used to live in Suitland as well, so she understands it and gets it. So thank you, Delegate Griffith, for your tremendous hard work on appropriations, just really representing Prince George's County and Annapolis. Thank you. Thank you. Who did I forget? Oh, Elsie Jacobs. Where are you hiding? Y'all, I don't got to say anything but just Elsie Jacobs' name, and you all know. when I first got here, she said, you better take care of Suitland. I said, don't worry. I walked this route. I'm part of Suitland. I get it. Thank you, Elsie Jacobs, for your commitment, the mayor of Suitland, for your commitment to Suitland as well. One last thank you, then I'm going to get on to that vision very quickly. I really, really want to just let you all know I applaud Howard Ways. He is doing a tremendous job at the Redevelopment Authority. He is. He didn't think I would say that about him. They all laughing because they've been in the back room with me, Howard. But seriously, look, I'm a council member that grew up here. He's the man that has to look at the entire county. And I was focused on District 7. And him and I came together and said, he said, I want to make this happen for you. And I said, what do I have to do so that we can stand in partnership together? I know they're laughing because I get on him a lot, but he is a man that understands what we need to do to transform Suitland. So I thank you, Howard Ways, for your commitment to Suitland as well. You're doing a great job. And the board members, my good friend Glenda Hodges and Irma Barron, they laughing because they're in the meetings like, Karen's upset again, Howard. But listen, the vision for this community is the T&I initiative. What we're doing here with County Executive Baker's T&I is truly revitalizing this area. Today is the start of the revitalization that's going to happen. You have the Metro Station, you have the Federal Center right there. It is no mistake that the Redevelopment Authority chose this property to tear down. We're at the corner of Suitland and Silver Hill Road with the Metro Station. We want those folks from the Federal Center to come out of their walls to spend money in our community. And so today it's saying we're tearing this down so we can revitalize this community and continue to make Prince George's County great. We're already on the path to greatness, but look, when we tear this down, we're going to be even greater as we move the community forward. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Karen Toles, Councilmember Toles. We really appreciate that. Just also wanted to recognize the other civic associations and other citizens here. Can you raise your hand, please, from DuPont Village, and also Mr. Cox as well. We want to recognize you as well. We've been working with the community as we moved along with this project, just taking hand in hand, trying to figure out what's the best solution for this project here. And you guys have been really, really holding our hand through this process, and we really appreciate that. And I just also want to let you know that the RDA is not only looking at this property to redevelop, but we also are working with other property owners who have abandoned buildings or abandoned properties to actually demo those properties as well. So we're in the works throughout Suitland. I wanted to bring up my good friend, State Delegate Melanie Griffin, to bring some greetings to you too. Melanie Griffin.
Good morning. I'm not going to be before you long because I'm excited to hear from the Redevelopment Authority and see how they actually start taking a building down. But I want to say to all of you, and particularly to our county executive and the councilwoman, it's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change is going to come. I have seen county executive after county executive after county executive come to this county, and we have been saying as a community it's time for a change in Suitland. We've been talking about a Chesapeake Bagel Bakery, a Panera Bread, something that gets the folks out of the Census Bureau to come over here and have a meal in this community where our sons and daughters, nieces and nephews and neighbors can work and eat and shop here in beautiful downtown Suitland. I'm excited today. I'm thankful for the Redevelopment Authority's attention to this project. I, too, have blown up Mr. Tom Himmler's phone about trying to make things happen in Suitland. But I got to tell you, we have the right leadership in the right place at the right time. Thank you, Mr. County Executive, for your focus on this community. And I, too, along with the councilwoman, have walked this community. I lived on Sunset Lane for 13 years. The crime is down in this community, and that was the biggest step. We've got to continue to focus on what's happening here because as goes Suitland, goes Prince George's County. We're trying to bring other federal projects here, but we want to be able to attract businesses. As we're successful here, we'll be successful when we get the FBI, Mr. County Executive. So I want to thank my friend and colleague Alonzo for slipping me in on the program so I could say hey to the community. God bless you all. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you so much.
So without further ado, I would like to bring up the man himself. Actually, I would like to recognize Eric Brown, our director for the Department of Housing and Community Development here in Prince George's County. Thank you for being here, sir. And so we'll have up next, and our final speaker, Mr. Howard Ways, our executive director.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. And thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us here to celebrate the demolition of this building. As many of you know and have heard, this is a building that has been vacant for quite a while in the Suitland community. It's been quite an eyesore. And I'd just like to thank Alonzo Washington, especially on my staff, for being creative and thinking nimbly about how we could be value added on this property. We actually acquired the property out of foreclosure. It was going to go to foreclosure, which means it was open for bid. Who knows who would have been on it, what the intended user or use would be. But we acted nimbly, we acted quickly. We were able to step in, acquire the property with the use of the T&I funds, and here we are today ready to take the building down. I wanted to also thank Mr. James Gillison, who's the contractor, who will be taking down the building over the next 30 days. Let's give him a round of applause. And so once the building comes down, the real work begins. The Redevelopment Authority is the county's chief redevelopment agency. We take over derelict properties and try to add value to the community by partnering with developers to revitalize communities. And so what we hope to do on this site and working with the community is to bring back an amenity use that is something that's highly desirable. With the aid of Councilmember Tolles, we hosted a community meeting several weeks ago, and some of the ideas that came out of that meeting really focused on the theme of healthy living, healthy lifestyle, healthy foods. So it's with that charge, we're going to go out to the International Council of Shopping Centers Conference this May and actually begin to market this site as a retail redevelopment opportunity for Prince George's County. Let's give it a great hand for that. So over the next several weeks, we will begin to market this to retailers, to restaurateurs, to real estate brokers, and to developers to see what types of adaptive reuses fitting with what the community wants to do can be applied to this property. And we are also in the process of, as Alonzo said, demolishing other vacant buildings in this community. So this is just the first one. This is the down payment, I like to say, on a series of derelict buildings that will be demolished over the next several weeks. And all this is not possible without the leadership of County Executive Rashawn Baker. Under his leadership, the county has truly turned the corner, and the Redevelopment Authority, under the leadership of Monty Cooper, and I'm joined here today with Dr. Glenda Hodges, Ms. Irma Barron. You cannot ask for two better, more active board members to serve on your board. Under their leadership, the Redevelopment Authority has introduced several new programs and projects and has really accelerated its activity in Prince George's County. And all this is done with the assistance of a fantastic team led by Roz Clemens. Ms. Clemens is here today. Let's give her a round of applause. Roz leads up the neighborhood stabilization efforts and our down payment and closing cost assistance efforts in the Suitland community. Over the last couple of years, we have assisted about 24 homeowners become homeowners, first-time homeowners in the Suitland area, and we're in the process of assisting more people. We have about $8 million to spend countywide with a particular focus in communities like Suitland for down payment and closing cost assistance. So the sky's looking up, things are looking well in Prince George's County, and Suitland will be the next big thing. So with that, what I'd like to do is turn it over back to Alonzo. We're going to have a nice photo op with the county executive, and then we'll allow Mr. Gillison and his team to begin the work of demolishing this building. Thank you all for coming out today.
Gentlemen in the back, you want to get in the photo? Like each other said for me? All right, everyone, look at my way, please. Let's go on.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm going real cute.